Well, ladies and gentlemen, it happened. We were talking about it a little. What is it? Too little, too late. And right now it's too late, but it happened. Ronnie Mendoza got fired, and I think the burning question is why now? Okay, why now? And Stern spoke about it earlier today before the game, and a lot of things were said. And one particular question seems to make a lot of noise. Um, Ronnie, how do you feel about this? That Mendoza got fired?
Um, Honestly, I feel bad. It was bound to happen. I mean, I think every Mets fan, including us, we were expecting for it to happen. I do feel bad because Gary Cohen made it earlier today. I don't know if you got to see that. They posted on SNY
Yeah,
last night how indirectly to the front office. Well, this was direct. I think he speaks for where we he says that he feels bad. Now we were uh because of the decisions he was making. But obviously, the first domino, and that's pretty much what Gary Cohen is saying.
yeah,
At the end of the day, we never put 100% on Mendoza, especially never named the guy for what he was given. Um, Even you said it yourself, he'd be in charge of the lineup, and seen and heard in the past that general managers like sometimes they take the power away, the coaches, whatever. But yeah, uh, it's a step in the right direction. It's
mm-hmm.
honorable. Unfortunately, just hope that.
Well, we gotta see. Just so you know, the Mets under Carlos Mendoza, 206 wins, 189 losses, one
Hmm,
playoff appearance, and one NLCS appearance. Season and a half of Mendoza, and he's gone.
yeah,
Uh,
two
I
seasons and a
wanna,
half.
yeah, yeah, right. I do want to point this out with Stearns. I think the shift now. I mentioned it last night's episode, um, and I'll mention it again. Mendoza out now shifts all the focus solely on Stearns, and he's
Yeah,
definitely in the hot seat now. If it wasn't already hot, if anything, it got harder.
yeah,
Uh, Looking at Stearns' track record, obviously the season speaks for itself. But a lot of the players that are working for us is not Stearns. Um, Majority of the people that were drafted, such as Tong, Ewing, Nolan McLean, they were drafted by Billy Epler, and they're not properties of Stearns. So I would like Stearns to be out immediately, not because of my dissatisfaction with what he's done. That's part of the reason why. But if we're gonna move in a different direction, at the end of the season, he's gonna be gone, and we're at the point where we're gonna be selling. And
yeah,
our interim coach is not going to be a full time after the season. You know, he's just filling out for the rest of the season. And then we're going to go in a whole different direction. Who's going to take over? We shall see. Two names come to mind. One recently as interested, and the other one we have mentioned in this channel, but I'll bring it up again. But if Stearns is still in charge and he's already shown a lot of wrong mistakes and miscalculations, and he seems to be like he thinks he's a smartass and he's smarter than like what we don't see. What I see is a failing team, and what I feel, and I think it's fair for us to agree with this, Ronnie. We don't feel comfortable with him trying to salvage whatever we sell and bring in for the team looking for the future. I don't trust him anymore, and I do not want to see him stay long enough. I will say I think Cohen fired Mendoza. I don't think Stearns necessarily did. I think Cohen had enough of the embarrassment for the last couple days, and who knows what else is going behind the scenes. But that's just what I feel like because Stearns doesn't. You saw Stearns presser today. He was shocked at a question. I think all of us were shocked. Do you know the question that was asked, Ronnie?
no, no,
Someone asked, and I don't know the reporter's name, but someone asked, David, you stated this partnership is with Mendy. which is true. He has said that. Therefore, have you considered stepping down? Just
Oh,
right off
damn.
the bat, brutal, brutal.
Man.
And listen, a question like that, Stearns had no answer for like 5 seconds, 5 6 seconds. He was like almost shocked. And I don't, I'm not gonna poke fun at it. That is a serious question. I don't want to give all the credit to the reporter. I mean, out of frustration, you like to hear that, but to anybody to hear that right on the spot, that's insane. Because it's just a testament to how rough the New York media is, and when things go bad, they're gonna come after you. And he answered with that he just feels like this is the best decision. He hasn't thought about it because he's trying to set up the best foundation for the organization, which goes back to what
Mm.
I just said. I think a lot of us don't trust him with building whatever the hell it is he's trying to build moving forward because we don't see him here not for long with the Mets. If not at the end of the season, latest he should be gone from the Mets. But that question was just incredible. You're gonna find it everywhere on Mets media. That reporter just went at it. He threw like 103 mile per hour near the guy's face. Like it's just shocking, and no reaction time. So insane. Ronnie, I want to ask you this: who do you think is going to be the next man up? I know Andy Green is the interim coach, but who do you think is going to start coaching the Mets? There was a rumor today, and it's starting to add some fuel to the fire. I'll let
It,
you take over for that, and let's
it,
discuss. Who do you think is next?
it's not a rumor, and I'm excited. I know who you're talking.
Yes,
Uh, he confirmed that Albert Pujols did
yes.
the job. Uh, I'm going to start off by saying Dominican. My dad is Dominican. I watch baseball because of him. I'm a Mets fan because really. Uh, Albert Pujols, one of my favorite players growing.
Yeah, yes, you were.
I couldn't stop talking. The guy came up as a stud. You want to talk about? I think out of all the power hitters that our lifetime, he's the cleanest out of all of them.
Yes, it was a great
And
swing.
there was at one point, and I think he played when he came up third transition to first base on his power. 10 straight years, 3 home runs or more, adding 290 more, 300. 10 straight seasons, first 10 seasons of. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason why I remember top of my mind because that's how closely I watch. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he coached in the team. Let's go. They hadn't won a championship um, in a while. I'm going to confirm that while I'm talking.
Yeah.
But he coached PR in his first season. Uh, they won a championship, and that's what led him managing the World Classic team.
Yeah.
And
DR team.
um, what's it called? I know that the team that he was obviously over, and just bro, you can build through the Dominicans, right?
Yeah.
What's it called? The pretty well, and he's he was a great teammate. And although I didn't agree with Angels, I believe the Cardinals traded him, and then he just ended up playing Angels. I wish he would have life, because that's where his roots were to retire, which is smart. Um, yeah, no, I think he'll be probably the best fit as of right now. Out of
Mm-hmm.
and I might sound biased
Yeah.
because of everything I just mentioned.
Yeah.
There's no one other for them to hire.
Where I'm coming from, Ronnie, I think so. There's two ways to look at this, right? Right now, the Mets are a dumpster fire, and it's gonna be really hard to find any coach right now to come in and try to salvage the season. I think people trying to come in could understand that too. In a way, if we're gonna hire, let's say Albert Pujols, who wants to coach, he showed his interest with the Mets, and that's one hell of a hire. Right off,
Hmm.
right immediately, I think of Juan Soto, because Pujols has coached Juan Soto with the Dominican Republic team, and I think it's a perfect
Yes.
fit. I think our Pujols is a guy that I feel like if he was given an opportunity in his playing day, he would definitely fit into the New York media, New York lights. I think the lights are not as bright for him. I think that he would definitely stand tall in New York. He could have been one of those guys. So Albert Pujols coming in, I think there's no pressure with him. I feel like he's a very chill. He's making it clear that communication is the biggest thing, and he's shown that he knows how to handle the pressure. And I know the DR and the WBC. I know there's a lot of pressure there, and even though they didn't deliver a championship, it felt like it wasn't like a coaching like you throughout that whole run. I felt like they were not questioning his coaching. To be honest with you, I think they were just, in baseball, sometimes you need a little bit of luck to pull out some wins against really big teams, and that might have happened in the case of DR. They became a bit unlucky at the end, but Pujols, for the most part, from what I've seen, is a pretty good coach, and he's managed for what he's able to do, managing a lot of superstars. He's done a pretty good job, and I think if you're gonna have Juan Soto under his wing, I feel like Juan Soto would benefit a lot from it, and it might help a recruitment for future players coming in. They would definitely keep an eye
100.
on the Mets.
Mhm.
But that being said, Albert Pujols is someone that I would like now, or maybe within a month, or we'll see how it goes. Because right now, if Pujols is gonna join the Mets, he's gonna have leverage in negotiations, because nobody is gonna want to accept the Mets job with the current situation, how everything is right now, because they know they're going into a dumpster fire. We mentioned him before, and I'll mention him again. Alex Cora is a guy that I still remain. I would love Alex Cora, Ronnie. I would love Alex Cora more than Albert Pujols because Alex Cora already has a championship and he already has the pedigree of what it takes to win. Albert Pujols, no. However,
Hmm.
However, I'm not trying to bash the guy. I'm not trying to say I don't want Pujols. I'm just saying if you ask me personally, these two guys are available. Cora might cost more. Throwing all the factors in, I would do anything for Cora because I feel like Cora is the right fit for the Mets and he's going to change the whole culture. Pujols might be a bit of a wild card. It's kind of like the Carlos Beltran hiree. Feel like it's gonna work, and you're kind of hoping for the best, and you're not doubting the player. You're just kind of seeing how this is gonna work on a management level. Everything's different, but I'm not gonna hate a Pujols hire either. And to add more credit to our Pujols, I would love someone that is already showing that he wants to be in this ball club and manage the team. You gotta give him credit for that. So that's where I stand, Ronnie. I think Pujols coming out and saying that gives me some hope that if we sign Pujols, he has all my support. I do want to mention when Ronnie is biased with Albert Pujols, but I will say, uh, growing up we played video games, MLB the show, and Ronnie always changed. He always traded everyone to get Albert Pujols. Like every team we played, it was always Albert Pujols on the
1000.
Mets, always, always. And so Ronnie may be a bit
Yeah.
biased, but it's not coming. Like it's not blinded. Your opinion is not blinded. I think a lot of Met fans would agree with you, Ronnie, that our Pujols is one hell of a signing. I think we need to wait a bit and see at the end of the season what our options are because Alex Cora doesn't have to choose the Mets. He could be in a better situation. So we'll see. But I do appreciate that Pujols thinks highly of the Mets that he will take the position. If I'm Steve Cohen, I think Pujols now makes a lot of sense because you're gonna give the fans a reason to pay attention to the Mets because outside of anything going with the Mets right now, it's not worth watching or not worth our time investing any emotion to this current
Yo,
team.
I don't know, but your mic went off. I can't hear you.
Oh, really? It went off? Did you guys lose me? Hello? You hear me?
Sorry, guys. We are having a bit of
Technical
a
difficulties. I apologize, guys.
here.
Did it? Where did it cut off?
I can't hear you, bro.
Oh boy. Give me 1 second, guys.
You hear me now? You hear me now?
Hold on.
Testing, 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 testing.
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Hold up, was it my AirPods?
I have
Damn.
no idea. It's
Oh
all right.
man,
This is what happens when we do everything on
what
the
in the
fly.
world is happening? Hold up.
What's a This is a hot topic. What the
No,
Mets
my
right
it's
now are
my
causing
bro.
dysfunction. Even our communications is dysfunction at this point. Well, that being said, I think our proposed joining the Mets would be one hell of at least for this season, it will definitely salvage as hopefully Ronnie comes back for any final words. But it will definitely salvage the season in terms of our interest. Albert Pujols coming into the New York Mets would infuse some excitement. And maybe we don't, who knows, maybe we get on a winning streak and maybe we, have some excitement. I still don't think we're making the playoffs, but Albert Pujols coaching, I feel like that's the right move. Um, so those are my final thoughts. Ronnie, I hope you're still there because I just see a black screen. And let me see. Oh boy.
All right, no, I don't know
Okay.
what happened. Yeah,
Well, I
I'm
don't know.
sorry
It
about
could be
that.
me. It could be me. It's fine. Ronnie, any final thoughts?
No, well, yeah. The last thing I want to say,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't catch the last part that you were saying, but you were making a case for Alex Cora. You were also
Yeah.
agreeing with Albert Pujols.
Yeah.
I do agree with you on Alex Cora, but it's two different managerial types. I think
Mm-hmm.
Albert Pujols is very player friendly. Alex
Yeah.
Cora is very old school, traditional,
Yeah. No
hard-nosed coach.
analytics. Nothing.
I
Mm-mm.
I love both options. I love both options. But again, I'm gonna be biased because I love Albert Pujols.
Yes.
And I was right. It was Escogidos, Leones Escogidos. They hadn't won in 10 years. In his first season, he won the league and he won the Caribbean Series. So in
Mm.
every whoever participates in the Caribbean Series, they always take the champions from that league. And Mexico, Venezuela, sometimes Cuba participates,
Yeah.
and Panama, I believe, and DR. Um, he won the Caribbean Series that first year too. So,
Someone scored. Sorry
oh,
for the noise
España,
downstairs.
not España. Um, my ancestral bloodline. Anyways, what's it called?
What a mess of an episode.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Too many
craziness.
distractions.
Too many
And
dysfunctions.
I was correct to say that 10 straight years hitting over 30 home runs, 100 RBIs, and hitting over 300. So,
Yeah.
Albert Pujols is definitely a better player than Alex Cora was, but whichever option that the Mets go with, and I think Steve Cohen, whoever his GM, whoever he hires as his GM, uh, they need to go after one of those two guys.
Yes.
At least interview
Yes.
them. At least interview them. I
Yeah.
don't, as a Mets fan, I don't want a no name this time. I know we
Yeah.
hired Buck Showalter, but it was a little too late to hire that guy. That guy was already past his
Yeah.
years of managing a team. Um, yeah, I want one of those two guys, and I think Steve Cohen needs to bring out the wallet and pay
Yep.
one of these
He has no
guys.
choice. He has no choice. Right
Yeah.
now, his business is failing, and right in front of him. Ronnie, I will end it with this. Uh, Whoever GM we hire after Stearns, they go out and get Pujols or Alex Cora.
Hmm.
You're gonna have the whole fan base already praising you. I'm just saying.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. You're
100%.
gonna have 100%. You're gonna
100%.
have our support. Whatever GM comes in and makes that splash, no matter what, and maybe it's probably not even the GM. It's probably Cohen that did it. Everyone's gonna support the GM right away because of the
Yeah.
coach. Because Pujols maybe culture change. Alex Cora is a culture
100%.
change.
Yeah.
So let's see
Yeah.
what happens. But Mendy's out, Green is in for now, and let's see what happens. And we just have to wait the season play out and see what happens with Stearns if he's gonna step down anytime soon or at the end of the season. We'll see. Till then, sorry for technical difficulties, guys. I left
Yeah.
work and I was on the fly with this, but yeah, it's just it's a disaster downstairs. We're World Cup fever in my family's house. Please like, share, subscribe. My dog is going crazy. This is ridiculous. We're dumpster fire right now of episode. It's worse than the mess right now. Until next time, guys. Take care.
Later.